Hello everyone, Lady DeWinter here. And yes, today I am streaming instead of doing a video. There is some reasons for this, and I hope you all get to see this stream sometime or the other. I never stream on this channel. I might start because, to be honest with you, it's a little bit easier. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see how things go. But today, I've come to talk to you about why there's so much content on my channel other than crochet. There is reasons for that. I'm here to discuss those. But I guess by now you've noticed a lack of crochet, my normal level of crochet content. Well, there's many reasons for this, but I'm going to go over a few today. Number one, and I have cards that I have my things written on so I know what I'm going to try to say. Pain. In trying to get out regular content to you guys on a weekly basis, I have actually, literally, caused myself injury. I have messed up my thumb, my hand, both shoulders, my arms. I have done multiple amounts of damage to my body, my hands, my arms, and all. Not to mention sitting for too long a time, to the point now where I'm not getting enough exercise to make myself stay healthy. There's been repercussions to that. My heart condition has increased a bit. It's nothing really super serious, but I've been told that if I don't do something soon, it could be serious. So, I'm a slow crocheter, which means that I cannot finish a project in a week like some of the other crocheters do. I am a very slow crocheter because I have arthritis in both hands from accidents when working. I've discussed this in many of my videos. Accidents from working back when I was employed. It's caused arthritis and tonight a couple of conditions in my hands that cause them to sometimes just not want to work at all. I mean, I've been walking along with a cup of coffee just like this, and all of a sudden I'll drop it. I didn't mean to drop it, but it just happened. So, the doctor didn't mean for me to go to this degree with the crochet when he said it'll help with your arthritis. He figured I'd crochet here and there a little bit every day and that it would be okay. It's not. I screwed up. Where is, card number 2. Okay. My second reason is the cost of yarn. I cannot afford all the yarn that all these other YouTubers work with. Now, let me explain to you why. Okay? First of all, I'm on a widow's pension, survivor's benefits, that if I make any money, I lose those benefits. I lose my pensions and everything. I'm not willing to do that. So I don't make a dime off of YouTube. Okay? I don't make a penny off of any of that. Okay? We have Vogel backing up towards us.
Hi, how you doing? Just need to YouTube.
You mean to tell me nobody has heard any of that?
No, everyone has heard everything.
Okay.
It was using the microphone on the webcam up there,
which
was absolutely terrible.
Okay. All right. So, anyway, that's Vogel, my sound, my computer guy. He's also my son. Anyway, back to the topic. I would lose my monthly income if I was to make any money at all off of, thank you Vogel, off of YouTube. And to be honest with you, what little tiny bit I'd make off YouTube is not worth losing my monthly income over. I would also lose my health benefits and all that. Not worth it. It's just not worth it to me. That's why I do not have the channel set up for monetization, even if and right now YouTube doesn't consider my channel enough to monetize, so it is not monetized. But I can't go out and buy the 20 tons of yarn that I actually need to make a weekly crochet project. I just can't afford to do that, and I'm not going to. I love making content for you guys, but not if it's going to bankrupt me. No offense. So my next problem is I cannot produce enough crochet for a weekly crochet video. I just can't. I mean, like right now, this I started yesterday. This is going to be the panel of a little cardigan that I'm making that I'll wear with a couple of my favorite dresses that I have. This is all I've done in 4 days. This is it. That's the entire panel for 4 days. Let me show you a week's worth of work. Or not a week, 3 weeks worth of work. This is 3 weeks worth of work for me. At a level of crocheting that does not cause me pain. That's the whole thing, guys. I need a level of crochet that no longer causes me pain, that I don't lay in my bed at night and basically I'm miserable. I'm in pain. I can't sleep. I'm miserable. So that's where we're at with this. I also want to like what I'm making. And I'm not liking what I'm making because I'm rushing through it for a weekly video. And that is not working for me either. I need to, like this shirt. I like this shirt. It's beautiful. The problem is, in Georgia, it is way too heavy. I just noticed I look really bad, but that's because the way I'm sitting. In Georgia, it's way too heavy. I have my air conditioner sitting right there. As you can see, it's in the window, right out, pointed at me, so I can wear this shirt in my house. Now, you have to understand, it could be in the summertime 100, 110 degrees down here. This kind of stuff, and this is cotton yarn. This is, I love this cotton yarn. But for some reason, it's also heavy that I can't wear it in the summertime. So that negates an entire thing of making stuff in the summertime because too hot. Am I going to quit doing YouTube? Am I going to quit? No, I'm not. But you're going to start seeing some other topics on my channel beside crochet. And I hope you'll watch those videos too, just to help me keep the channel going. If it gets to the point that the viewership drops drastically, I will quit, because there's no sense in my making videos if nobody is going to watch them. I mean, I can sit here and crochet without having anyone watch me, put it up on Facebook, and people will give me likes and hearts and all that stuff for the stuff I make. I don't have to make videos. I do that as a courtesy to the viewer, because I want to share with you some of the things I make, and then maybe it'll give you an idea on something to make. And that's basically where I'm at with this particular situation. I am at wit's end on what to do for crochet. That's why I started the senior advice series. I show you my planner. I do the garden. I'm at wit's end. I don't need any more crochet things. And yes, I could give them all to charity, which I had been doing. But the last box I sent up the reservation with lots of blankets and stuff cost me $75. I don't have that kind of money. I just really don't. So then I've been dropping stuff off at the local senior citizens. That's shawls and lapagans. That's it. They don't need anything more than lapagans and shawls. So that's what I've been dropping off. But I can only make so many of those before they don't need them anymore. I'm out of ideas where I don't have to mail the stuff.
So that is why you're not seeing a lot of crochet on my channel lately. You're seeing more other things on the channel because I am coming to a what I call a rock and a hard spot. I have to either crochet and hurt myself more, which I really can't afford. I can't do it. The pain is getting to be too much. Or I can branch out into other areas of videos, which I've noticed a lot, they don't get views. So I'm probably going to cut down to doing maybe 2 videos a month. One where I show my whips, and one where I show the things I have maybe gotten done that month, and if not, it'll be another whip video. I'll do a garden video as long as summer is here, but I'm running out of the senior advice series videos that I wanted to make. So unless I come up with something else, the channel is going to be a video or 2 a month, and that's it. And I'm sorry for that, but you know, I have to think of me also. I have to think of my health, my pain level, which is getting, yeah. Ibuprofen and I are on a first name basis now. Yeah. So, but I just wanted to come by and tell you guys that, and basically, hopefully, since there's nobody watching this so far, nobody's said anything, so I don't know if anybody's actually watching it other than my tech guy or not. Probably would have been better off to make a video. You know, that's basically it. And it's not telling me how long I've streamed for. Vogel, do you have any idea? Oh, there we go. 12 minutes and 11 seconds. There we go. I see it now. So I don't know what to tell you all. I really don't. I'm running out of content ideas. I'm running out of things that is basically stuff I can make and stuff I need. I've already got a ton. Well, hello, Valerie. Welcome. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. I really am. That is the only reason I even bother to make them, is because I want people to enjoy them and, you know, enjoy watching, and that's the only reason I make them. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. There's no sense in making them if nobody is watching or enjoying them, or if I can't come up with content that is interesting and vital. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is the double crochet V-stitch. This is a panel going to be a cardigan sweater eventually. Or it goes like this. It'll go like this and go up to here and then split. There. That gives you a better idea. So, and I may have made it a little bit too wide. I'm not sure. But if I did, it'll be a oversized sweater, and hopefully it'll be comfortable. I mean, yeah, I do the best I can. There are no patterns for short, fat people. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm short. I stand 4'9" tall. I'm not much taller than this chair that I'm sitting in. I'll show you what I mean. This is me on my feet. See the chair behind me? This is me on my feet. Yeah. I'm a very short woman. Very tiny. Oh, thank you. This was inspired by, oh God, I forgot the name of the channel now. But she made a red one using Red Heart, or I Love This Yarn. And I thought, well, hers was bigger and had more granny squares in it. I thought, I like that granny square neckline. I like that. So this is I Love This Yarn in Paris in summer or Paris in spring, something like that. So it's only comfortable in certain weather. I could not wear this outside today. It is way too warm to wear this outside, even though it's cotton. It is cotton. But in Georgia, where I live, the temperature gets, well, let's see, it says 78 degrees right now, but my outside thermometer says 80 something, and the weather channels all say 80 something. That's a cool day in Georgia. That's considered cool. Summertime down here gets up to be sometimes 110 degrees. So wearing a top like this is just, I mean, I would sweat my butt off. I would sweat my butt off, which I probably need to do because I could use a little less butt. But anyway, I digress. It would just, it's too hot to wear this kind of stuff. That's why I started, and I'll move this out of the way. I started this Karen Cakes cotton painterly shirt. Now, I have taken this thing apart 4 times. This is the final try. And I'm finally getting it the way I want it. This is my own device. This is no pattern. I cannot find a pattern that I like that fits me. But as you see, this will go, there's going to be some little tiny straps here. And then this will go underneath my arms there. It's a little bit higher. But this will go underneath, and if I have to add more underneath my arms, I will. But, and then it's going to go down below my waist, which, let me stand up again and show you. This will, well, you can't really see, but right now it's kind of high. It will go down below my waist, which is down there. So, this is one I am working on right now, and that might be a light enough yarn that I can wear it here in the summertime in Georgia. The problem is that is also $52 worth of yarn. I can't afford that on a regular basis. Yeah, so you understand. Oh yeah, it gets really hot here in Georgia. I'm down in middle Georgia, USA. And winters, I run around during most winters in sweaters and hoodies and sweatpants, and that's it. I have a heavy winter coat that I have worn once or twice, I think. Even at Christmas time, when we went to look at the lights in Macon, and that video is on my channel, does it get, I don't know if it gets as warm there as it does here. I've never been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina, which I know gets hot, but not quite as bad as here. Those guys are a little bit higher than we are. We're closer to we're close to the Gulf of Mexico. So we get all the weather off the Gulf of Mexico, which is heat and humidity, and then of course we have all these swamps around us. We're gator territory here, basically. So yeah, it gets very warm. So you understand though about being too warm. And who wants to sweat into one of these? Because you'll ruin it. Sweating into a shirt like this will ruin it. Which, if somebody walks up and says, "Hey, let me see your sweat things under your arms," I think I'd say, "Go away and leave me alone." Oh, yeah, okay, you're in the mountains. So you at least get some cold weather up there, don't you? I mean, it can get cold and snowy up there. God, I wish I was up there. I would much rather be in a colder climate, but my husband and I moved here it's been 30 years now. 30 years. No, 29 years. Devin was born in Cincinnati, that's right. 29 years I've been here. And we moved here because of my husband's job, and then he passed away, and I just couldn't afford to move back. But I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. So, but yeah, I know, you guys got Helene, it passed over us, and I'm sorry to say I was so grateful. Yeah, is 63 there? I can understand that. Yeah. It says here right now, let's see, hold on. Let me see what the thing says it is right now. This might not be. It says 77 degrees. But the feels like is always the thing. Does it give me the feels like? Oh, we've got a severe thunderstorm watch too. Oh, goody. That means a tornado, most likely. Oh, yeah, we got some nasty stuff coming. But I don't see. Wait a minute. Does it give me a feels like? No, it doesn't. Humidity is 65%. UV index I don't really care about because I'm not out in the sun. I'm trying to find out if it's going to give me a feels like. Well, hello there, Lady Crochet. Thank you. Thank you. Severe thunderstorm watch. Yeah, okay. It doesn't give a feels like temperature on this, which is kind of sad. So, yeah, that's kind of sad. But anyway, it says 77 degrees here, but it actually feels more like 80 out there, 81, 80, somewhere in there. So wearing crocheted stuff in the summertime in Georgia is really, really, really not fun. Not fun at all. But now this, I have two tank top dresses that I absolutely adore, and they are the most comfortable things I've ever worn in my life. Oh, I don't know what that means. Thank you. Oh, it says you subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. If you go to my channel, you'll see I usually make videos. I'm not really made a lot of streams because, quite frankly, I had to be set up by the Just Call Me Vogel. You'll see up at the top there. He has to set it. I'm not computer literate. I am not. I'm a gamer. Now, I will say I play video games. Believe it or not, I have a whole other channel for that. That's Lady DeWinter. That's why I call myself Life with Lady here, because of my Lady DeWinter channel, where I first started doing crochet on that channel. But then YouTube says, no, you need to do a gaming channel that's all gaming, and a crochet channel that's all crochet. So, you're still learning to what? Do videos or learning your computer? Yeah, I just got Windows 11, and I will say I do like it. I do like it. It has some features that I absolutely adore, and I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to work on this while I talk. Like I said, I'm a very slow crocheter, and you will see that as you watch. Ah, okay. Well, good luck. Good luck. Lady Crochet, if you have a YouTube channel, I'm going to tell folks to go over there and take a gander at it and see what all she's got on her channel. I'll have to stop over and see. Now, you're probably wondering what all the stitch markers are along the side here. They are helping me count my rows. I need to know on this panel how many rows I have, so that when I make the second panel of the sweater, I have enough rows. And the back panel, I will have enough rows. So, I use them. It's the lazy woman's way of doing things. And I'm all about laziness and taking the easy road and not working too hard. At my age, that's kind of a thing, you know. Kind of a thing. So anyway, like I was saying, that's why you're only going to see less crochet videos and more other content, because I cannot crochet fast enough to have a weekly crochet video. I really can't. Now, I could have whip videos galore where I show what I'm currently working on. That I could do, but you wouldn't get to see more than a few inches made on some projects because I don't crochet that fast. I tried to crochet fast, and I injured myself. You made a few tutorials? Oh, I tried that, and I had one of those top-down arms, and every time I used it, I broke it. On top of that, I am not tall enough. Even if I set the phone on the table, and I record with my cell phone, if I set it flat like this and I'm looking at the picture, to have the arm so that you guys could see the entire picture has to be up here, and I can't see it. So that's one of the banes of being short. I am very short. We will call it height challenged. I am height challenged. Yes. I will never have my head in the clouds. Never. So anyway, I gave up tutorials because I can't do them. And I keep dropping my stitch. See, and this is another problem I have. With my hands and my arthritis now, dropping stitches is becoming a common thing. Now, I'm not using my good needle either. I'm using one of the ones I normally use. But for Mother's Day, my beloved son gave me, oh, there it is. Hold on, I have to get it off the card. My beloved son gave me the Susan Bates Twist and Lock set. I love this. The only problem I have with it is very hard to get. Okay, make a liar out of me. Make a liar out of me. We'll put that in with that so I know I'm using that. Sometimes it's hard for my hands with my arthritis to get the little top of the needle things out. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh. Okay, there we go. Now, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's in. Okay, I got it. It causes me a little bit of pain because whenever I have to press with using this thumb, which has been damaged beyond repair, it hurts pretty bad. So, but I love this set. I love this crochet set. Come on, give me some yarn. I love it. It's if you have any hand problems, I highly recommend this. Now, I have used the boy needles, and I actually even have a prism. I don't like this. I don't like it. The yarn just doesn't move smoothly on it. I bought this simply because it's a size 7, and one of the patterns I was looking to make called for a size 7 needle, or hook. I'm sorry, I call them needles. I grew up calling them needles. The nuns who forced us to learn how to crochet called them needles. Sorry, I know they're hooks. Everybody keeps correcting me. They're hooks. But okay, that's another story that you guys probably don't know if you don't watch my channel regularly. I grew up in the Catholic school, and one of the punishments that we had when we were growing up was to sit in Reverend Mother's office window watching all the other children play on the playground, and we had to make lapagans for the senior citizen center down the street. That was punishment. That was torture a lot of times because it was very hot and you really wanted to be outside. You didn't want a big acrylic thing across your lap. But for me, it was heaven. I didn't like to be out among the other kids. I loved to sit there and crochet. So needless to say, I was a very bad child in school. I spent more time in Reverend Mother's office than I did actually in the classroom, I think. So, but I knew that the punishment was going to be that I get to crochet, so I would act up. Okay, see, we got that in common. Yep, and then they taught us a few stitches, and then my best friend Darlene's mother, who I desperately adored, Betty Sig was her name. She was a wonderful lady. I loved her to pieces. She was a very nice person. She taught me some other stitches. So, yeah, it was nice. That was my childhood. But that's where I learned how to crochet. And for many, many years I gave it up because I was a kid. What kid wants to sit in a chair and crochet constantly when they can be out chasing boys? That's what I was doing. I was out chasing boys. YouTube is a good place to learn. It really is. I've learned so much from YouTube that it's amazing what you can learn on YouTube. But yeah, and there's so many great channels out there to teach, like Jada in Stitches, or Sarah Satch Crochet, Bag O' Day Crochet, Creative Grandma, great channels, all of them. The reason I haven't been watching them lately is because they're also very tempting channels. They constantly buy yarn, and I can't afford to constantly buy yarn. So, that is the reason that I do not watch them as frequently as I did. Most of the projects you will see on the channel was because they suggested yarn. I ran out and bought it and made something with it, and that's why I'm injured now. Because it takes longer than a week to make a full-size blanket, a great big blanket. I learned that the hard way. It takes more than a week to make one of these. I made this shirt in 1 week. Yeah. And I have done serious damage to my hands. Now, recently, I think Sarah Satch did a thing on it too, but a channel called No It's Crochet with Nicole and Farrah Froggett. I love Farrah Froggett. That's so funny. She did a thing on injury too, I think. I don't remember. I know for a fact Sarah Satch did. I know for a fact she did. So, and, but unfortunately, I had already injured myself by the time these ladies made these videos. So, and the reason I started crocheting like I did is because my doctor said, hey, that'll help with your arthritis in your hands. So you want to crochet more because that'll help you keep your hands nimble, and it does, except for unless you spend 10 to 12 hours a day, because sometimes I can't sleep. So I'll get up and I'll crochet in the middle of the night, and before I know it, it's 6 a.m., time to go to bed. But that's how, 10, 12, one day I spent almost 15 hours crocheting. Yeah, constant crocheting, and I injured myself. I have injured myself pretty badly, in fact. I have tendon damage down this way. I have, forgot the name of the carpal tunnel syndrome, and I have arthritis in both hands. So, that is why I am going to go down to just a couple of crochet videos a week, and I might do other things, or a month. I might do other things. Maybe I'll do a stream every once in a while. But, I'll do something else for the channel. I just won't be putting up as much content as I had in the past. And I apologize for that because I love you viewers. I really do. I think the world and all of you. And I am so grateful to you for being so loyal to my channel all this time. I mean, it blew me away to see the loyalty to my channel. It really did. Because I really don't think I'm that great of a crocheter. My son says, oh yeah, Mom, you're intermediate. You've been doing this for years. You can do all these stitches. I didn't think so. I thought, yeah, I'm still on the beginner level, because I feel like a beginner because I'm still learning. There's so many things about crochet I'm still learning. And that's why I felt like an intermediate, not felt like an intermediate, but I'm more of a beginner. So, oh, by the way, I've got another shirt made out of the yarn, I Love This yarn, but in a different color. I'll wear that sometime soon so you guys can see it. It dawned on me yesterday that I'm not wearing my crochet, so you guys can't see it. So I'm going to try to start wearing my crochet. Problem is, most of the stuff I've made so far is winter wear. I don't have a lot of summer wear, so I can't really wear the stuff because it's all long sleeve, sweaters, pullovers and stuff that is way too hot to try to wear in Georgia in the summer, even with my best friend, the air conditioner. And you can't see it on camera, but over there sits a fan pointed at this area, because my computer it's huge. To run the system, all the stuff that I do, it's huge. All of it is very, very big. My tower is almost as tall as my desk. My tower lacks this much of being the same height as my desk. It's huge. And that's what it requires in my computer to run the games that I do on my other channel. It gets very hot in this corner. There's a corner here. You can't see it, but that is a corner right there. There's my TV above me, and my desk with the 3 monitors. Over here is my crochet cart and my DVD player. Over here is my tower laptop and all my planner stuff. So this corner gets very, very warm. That's why I have this. All the little vents are pointed at me. And now that chair back there, no, that's this one. This chair right here is my normal crochet chair. Sometimes the air conditioner will hit my knees and make my knees hurt really, really badly from arthritis. So I'll switch over to that chair. The chair, oh, well, this one right here. I'll switch over to that one. I'm still learning direction because it's backwards from what I see on the screen. So sometimes I'll sit over there, and crochet so the air conditioner doesn't hit me so bad. And as you see, there's also a blanket in that chair and a pillow because my back gets to hurt. So, this is my humble little abode. I live in what a lot of people would call a decent sized mobile home. Well, hello there, Karina. Thank you. I made it. It's I love this yarn, cotton yarn in summer in Paris or spring in Paris, Paris in spring, something along that line, from Hobby Lobby. And yeah, it was not easy to make. The only way I could figure out the size to make it was the granny squares. So now, and I'll show you since you're new, you just came in. This is going to be a cardigan sweater to go with some of the dresses that I absolutely love, but they're sleeveless. And when you're in Georgia and it's 110 outside, just walking from your car, you work up a sweat. Then you go into like Walmart, and it's like a refrigeration unit. I have actually caught pneumonia. Yes. 3 times I have caught pneumonia from going outside in 100 and some degree temperatures, walking into the cold store in tank tops and summer wear. So now when I do that, I carry a little lightweight sweater or wrap to wrap around me so that when I get in the store, I'm not freezing my butt off. But yeah, because I have COPD, never smoked a day in my life. Well, I did smoke, I think, a year when I was a teenager. That was, I never finished picking it up, so it was just a fad. But I never smoked regularly all my life. But my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, all of my husbands, and I've been married 3 times, smoked. And so I got COPD from secondhand smoke. So now I catch pneumonia and bronchitis super, super easy. Very easily. And, oh, there's my hook. So, I catch bronchitis super easy. So now when I go out of the very hot Georgia temperatures into an air-conditioned room or building or a store, I'm freezing, shivering. So, I'm making little wraps and things to wear that I can carry with me, throw on, and if I get too hot, I take it off. That's the only way you can survive in Georgia, because it just gets so hot down here. And we're swampy, so the humidity is unbelievable. Put it this way, not too far from here is I-75, which is one of the major expressways in this country. It's not unusual for them to have to route alligators off I-75 in this area. The Ocmulgee River, you have to be very careful swimming in because it has alligators. Yeah. And I'm in central Georgia. Yeah. Anyway, the other top I'm going to show you is because you haven't been here to see this one. This is my Karen Cake Cotton Painterly sweater or shirt. It is going to be kind of a tank shirt. It will be sleeveless with the little arm things that go under there and a couple little things that go up here to give me some more strap area. And so this is going to be a tank top shirt. I have had to take that thing apart 4 times now to try to get one my size because nobody makes patterns for short, fat women. I am both short and fat. And fat in areas where a lot of people aren't fat. But because I've had surgeries in a couple areas, the fat kind of around the scar tissue. Hard to explain. I've been crocheting since I was in Catholic school. Oh my God. Let's see. I didn't go to Catholic school until after the 4th or 5th grade. So I'll say around 11 years old. Around 10, 11 years old. I'm 66 now, so that's the comparison. I learned to crochet thanks to the nuns at the Catholic school, as I explained earlier in the stream. Their punishment when you misbehaved was to make you sit in Reverend Mother's window, watching all the other children out on the playground playing and having fun, while you crocheted lapagans for the Senior Citizen Center down the road. Yeah, that was punishment. I loved to be punished. I was such a bad kid. I spent more time in Reverend Mother's office than I spent in the actual classrooms. So, I was a very bad kid because I enjoyed the punishment. And eventually Reverend Mother figured out that I enjoyed the punishment. And so then she'd start making me work in the kitchen. I hated that, so I started behaving a little bit more. But if on the day she made me crochet, I would misbehave for that. So anyway, but as I was talking, and some of you came in kind of late, and I'm going to go back over some of this. The title of this is why I'm not making more crochet content. And I will explain again using my little cards. I got to get them in order. One of the reasons I'm going to cut back on my videos on my channel is because of pain. I have arthritis and carpal tunnel in both hands now. That's from spending up to 12, 13, 14 or more hours a day sitting in that chair crocheting. And I mean, I would really work fast because I needed to get things out for my weekly videos. So I caused myself a lot of pain and a lot of damage. Now, my doctor told me to crochet for my arthritis, but he didn't mean to the point that I injured myself. That was my own stupidity. Next is the cost of yarn. I don't make any money on YouTube. I don't qualify for monetization. And even if I did, I wouldn't sign up for it because I would lose my Social Security, widow's pension income if I was to earn any money. And YouTube does not pay enough money that you can live off of. And quite frankly, I never really wanted to start doing YouTube in the first place for pay. It just wasn't something that I wanted to do. I just wanted to make content that people enjoyed. I really didn't. When I first started YouTube, the gaming channel, yeah, because my friend said, oh, you can make this gaming channel and you can make enough money to pay for your husband's cancer medication. So I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a channel. I'll make enough money to pay for the medication my husband needed to survive. Didn't work. No. But I had a huge following, so I kept it going anyway. And then somebody from YouTube said, oh, you shouldn't put crochet and planner stuff on your gaming channel. That confuses it. So you need to start another channel. So I did, this one. And I started out thinking I'd show trips and my planner and things like that. And no, the crochet stuff took off, oh my God, overnight. I mean, I made a couple of crochet videos and they just went whoo. So I thought, okay, I'll make more crochet stuff. Then it got so that I was getting more and more views. So I thought, okay, I got to make crochet stuff faster now, faster. So I have a weekly video, and that's how I injured myself. So I cannot keep up, and I want to make stuff I like. Yeah, see, it was supposed to be a hobby for me too. And because YouTube pushes and pushes and pushes, and once you get so many subscribers, you'll get a YouTube consultant that will start contacting you and telling you, oh, this is what you need to do, and this is what you need to do, and that's what you need to do. So I took their advice, and I put thousands of dollars into a computer system. You should see my computer system. Sometime I'll have to take a picture of it and show you guys my computer system. It is, my whole setup here is enormous. It takes an entire wall. So I did that, and then they said, well, you need to do this, you need to get this better equipment, you need to get... It kept getting more and more expensive until I put a few $1,000s into doing YouTube videos, hoping to make a little money. And I never did. Nope. So I gave up that dream, especially once I became disabled and had to rely on a disability income. And then my husband passed away. Well, see, it wasn't my disability income that would have been messed up. It was his. I didn't have an income at all. But if I'd made any money on YouTube, it would have messed up his disability income, which we lived on. Long story short. So anyway, so I am not monetized. I do not make any money off of this. And I wanted to make things that I liked for me, like this. I like this. I need to add some edging to the end of it because it's not got any edging. So that's something that's a video I'm gonna do upcoming where I fix some things that I'm not 100% happy with, and make them more stuff that I'm happy with. So anyway, but I wanted to make things that I liked. I wanted to make things I enjoyed making and wanted to have. Now, one of the reasons, as you notice, I sit back so far in the chair, I'm short. My feet are not touching the floor. No. My feet are not touching the floor right now. I have tubs and things underneath my desk to put my feet on. You have that same problem? Karina, how tall are you? Do you have any idea how tall you are? Because I'm 4'9". I lack 1 inch of being considered dwarf size. So, but I'm fat. And I'm not trying to fat shame anybody. I'm just telling you the truth about me. I'm fat. I am not ashamed to admit I'm fat. I like my food. And I have, see, I'm not. I'll stand up again for you. This is me standing up compared to my desk chair. This is me compared to my desk chair. Yeah, I'm small. I am very, very small. My sister is tall. My sister is tall. She is tall and thin, the lucky. Anyway, my sister is tall and slim. Oh, thank you. I gave up worrying about being pretty a long time ago. I used to be pretty. I was a gorgeous young woman. I've been told that by multiple people, multiple occasions. But I let myself go. I got married. I had kids. I let myself go, and I just didn't worry about it anymore because to my husband, no matter what, I was beautiful. Even when I gained all the weight after the babies came, he said, "You're still beautiful." And that's the only person I cared about impressing. Coffee time. You'll find out if you watch. Coffee and me are a big thing. So, number 3 in my list of the cost of yarn. I cannot afford all the yarn that I would like to make stuff out of. I just can't afford it anymore. I can't afford it. So I bought, now don't get me wrong, I have a major stash of yarn that I bought because YouTubers said, oh, you gotta buy this yarn, it's so pretty. So I'd buy this yarn, then I'd work like crazy to try to make something to show on the videos, and that's how I hurt my hands and my wrist and my arm and my shoulder. So I'm going to have to slow down on that, and I'm going to have to slow down on buying yarn because I'm also a nutty cat lady. If a stray cat comes to my door, I feed it. I also fix, neuter, spay, and get shots for about 7 cats now. I have paid to have fixed and upkeep their shots on. So, not to mention feed. So, yarn is getting more and more expensive. But the problem is, and don't get me wrong, I love Creative Grandma. I love her to pieces. She's a wonderful channel. But she keeps showing all this beautiful yarn, and I want it so bad. But I've run out of place to put it. We had to buy a shed in order to store some of the stuff because I live in a tiny mobile home. This is a mobile home. And before anybody hits me with the trailer trash, hey, call me what you want. I don't care. When you want to buy me a proper house, then we'll talk. But anyway, I live in a small mobile home park it's a small mobile home park. I live at the very back of the park up against the woods. There's all woods outside these windows here. We have critters. And when I say critters, I mean foxes, raccoons. Somewhere around here there's a bear wandering around, I hear. I've not seen it yet, but my neighbors have, so I don't know. We've got hawks, we've got, you name it, we've got it. So, and one of my cats was actually, if you watch my videos, actually recently injured by a fox. So now that poor baby limps around and limps, and yeah, I feel bad for him. But I've spent probably over $600 in trying to get his leg fixed, and it just, they think it's arthritis, so now it's just pain medicine for him. Nothing we can do about that. But the cost of yarn is what's keeping me from crocheting even more, a bigger variety. Now, Premier came out with that Rafferty yarn. Oh, I have more than one. I have 2 that actually come in the house. I have 3 that live outside. So, yeah. We have cats. And then we have the trailer park over, down about a half mile away. I think they have like 20 cats over there. They had a problem where they had people come, move in, dump their cat, not fix it, and the females were having babies. And then they dump food out for the cats, and that would attract critters. So then we had a rabies situation going on. But anyway, thank you. I try. I can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. I'll put it that way. I have a penchant for cussing. I have a sailor mouth, and that's because I grew up in the military around men constantly, so you kind of learn those words. In fact, I would have been a fighter pilot. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a fighter pilot, but I was too short, and they wouldn't take me because of my asthma and my health issues. Even as a young woman, I had health issues, so, but they wouldn't take me because I wanted, my dad was an Air Force pilot and a colonel, and he used to let me play on the simulator, And then he'd bring his airmen in to watch me play on the simulator. And he'd say, do you realize, men, this little girl, this 15-year-old kid can outfly all of you. Work harder. And so then as I grew older, him and I used to make what we called angel flights to Alaska. And that's where you take medical stuff, emergency medical stuff, kidneys. We transported a kidney. We transported a heart. Lots of blood. Lots and lots of blood. Up to the wilderness regions of Alaska. Now, we used to have a saying, he had a saying that I have picked up ever since, that you have not lived until you land a plane on an icy lake and start hearing crack, pop, crack, pop, crack, crack, crackle, pop. You haven't lived until that. Yes, it was a goose. It would have floated, but it's still scary to hear that. So, anyway, but I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and I didn't even qualify for the Air Force. I didn't qualify for the Army. I didn't qualify for anything. But, yeah. So, I got off topic again. I keep doing it. I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So anyway, back to topic. I cannot produce enough crochet stuff weekly to make that much crochet content. Okay, for instance, this is about 4 days worth of work for me. Yeah. This is about 4 weeks worth of work for me. And these are not the only projects I've got going. These are the only ones I can reach. The rest are, let's see if I can pull the cart over. Yeah, here comes the cart. I didn't have the wheels locked. Yay me. Here is a dish drying mat that I'm working on. That's three days worth of work right there. And I switch projects because I get bored with one and I just want to work on something else. We'll put that one over there. Then I have a bag of yarn sitting here that's eventually going to be more dish drying mats or pot holders or gift things in that area. And then let's see, way down here, I've started a fall project. This is a dishcloth. And let's see, the last bag of yarn is, 4th of July patriotic stuff that I'm going to make, because it dawned on me on Memorial Day I didn't have any patriotic stuff made. I have some napkins that I hand sewed, which I hand sew my own napkins, and I had some coasters made, and that's it. That's all the patriotic stuff, which kind of made me feel bad on Memorial Day, because it was like, I'm from a military family. I should have more military-backed, USA patriotic stuff. So that's going to be upcoming projects too, is patriotic stuff. But I thought I'd try a stream and see if anybody actually watched it. And yeah, I see 27 views. 27 views. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm surprised. Color me surprised. I didn't think I'd get that many. So anyway, yeah, I do that because, like I said, my hand, like for instance, the double-stranded dish drying mats that I make using 24/7 yarn from Lion Brand, I make that double-stranded. After an hour of working with that, oh, my hand starts hurting. So I'll go back to the sink, and you can see my sink in the kitchen by the window over there, and I will fill the sink with hot water and literally put my hands down in it and let them sit for a few minutes. And that tends to help. But I don't want to go back to that project, so I'll use a thinner, easier to crochet project you know, it all depends on the pain that my hands are feeling. Sometimes I'll crochet something heavy, sometimes I'll crochet something light so that I can at least keep working. Because remember, I had bi-weekly content going up there for a while. So now I'm slowing down, but I'll get an idea and I have to make a project bag, which means I have to throw one of my many Susan Bates needles in so I remember what needle I'm using. Oh, now to get them all back in there without dropping on the floor. So I throw a needle in, or a hook in the project bag with the project so I remember what I'm using on it. So, but my hand will get tired and I basically have to move on to another project or quit. And so that's another problem I'm having is my hands start to hurting and I have to stop crocheting. So I cannot produce as much crochet content as I was because I absolutely injured myself. Yeah, I haven't actually made bags. I've seen people make them for their project bag. I actually bought many of my project bags at poor Joann's. I'm going to miss Joann so much. But I bought those at Joann for like $1.99. I've got some big ones. I've got some littler ones, which I use as project bags. Now, I use my little scrap pieces of yarn from, okay, here. This scrap yarn, cotton yarn, will become a market bag. I'll make granny squares and I'll make a market bag out of it. So, yeah. And so that's basically what that will be used for. I don't make a lot of bags because I'll be honest with you, after I finish with the 24/7 yarn for making the drying mats, I will not be making very many more double-stranded projects. Now, I am making double-stranded acrylic yarn granny squares for pet mats, which I donate to the local animal shelters around here. So, I'm using them right now for myself because I've got 3 cat houses out on my porch right now. Yeah, 3 cat houses and I constantly make mats for those, and then I wash them because even though they're stray kitties, they deserve something clean to lay on and sleep and be warm and comfortable. So, and a lot of people say, oh, use straw. Not in Georgia. It gets too hot. It rains too much. Straw rots and smells bad. So I don't use a lot of straw in my cat houses. On top of that, one of my cat houses has a heating mat. Come on. I keep dropping my stitch. You do not want to use a heating mat in a straw cat house that's electric. Talk about fire? Yeah, fire. Yeah. I have a tub in the other room of granny squares that I've made out of just scrap yarn and stuff. Little bits of yarn in here, like I have a tiny ball left over. And then I throw it together to make a blanket. Point and case. On my YouTube channel, there is Granny's Baby Blanket. That was several years in the making. There's another one I made for my son, which the Bangles blanket, which was squares, granny squares. Then there was another one I made out of another yarn that, I make the squares up and I make a blanket out of it and then I give it as a gift to somebody. I did the Christmas square yarn blanket where I made Christmas squares, granny squares and Christmas color yarns. Yeah. And I like them to be, and the double stranded when you fold it over makes a nice thick cushion. Okay, I've got a few in fact, this shirt I made 2 shirts like this in granny squares. I've got 2 vests I made in granny squares. Not vests, they're kind of short sleeve sweater shirts. You can wear them as a vest if you want to. And countless blankets I made in granny squares. So, I was trying to do a new stitch a month, which I might pick that one up again. That would be something interesting. I could just start showing a new stitch a month. But since my top-down arm decided to go on permanent vacation, yes, permanent vacation means it's broken. It's very hard to show the top-down videos like that. So, thank you. I got this idea, and I can't remember her name. Is it Tat Mama? I think it was Tat Mama was the name of the channel. She made a shirt similar to this, only with more granny squares in it, and I made it a shorter version with only the collar granny squares. I believe it was Tat Mama. So, and hers was red, so. But that's where I got the idea. And the reason I love it is because the granny squares are just the perfect width. If I can show that. Just the perfect width for the shirt. So that's exactly how wide I needed the shirt to be, was 5 granny squares. So yeah, it worked pretty good. So, but let's see, what else? Okay, yeah. All right, that is all the reasons why I'm going to cut back on crochet for my channel. I'll still try to put out as many videos as I possibly can without damaging myself any further. They won't always be all crochet videos. Some of them will be where I just sit here and crochet and talk to you, and they won't be videos. Some of them will be live streams, because to be honest with you, this is a lot easier than producing a video, to be honest with you. Another thing that I had to discuss that I forgot to mention is my videos are getting harder to edit because I have a cataract and a pressure situation in this eye. And they cannot do surgery on it yet. Well, they can, but it's a big risk with the anesthesia, with me and my other health issues. COPD, heart condition, high blood pressure, several conditions where anesthesia is extremely... You're from Greece? Whoa! Nice to meet you! Wow! I didn't realize this made it that far out. I guess it would go globally, though, wouldn't it? That's kind of news to me, yeah. Well, welcome! Welcome! I hope you're enjoying the stream. Karina, do you ever use Hobby yarn? Hobbi yarn? I've been looking at it, but I'm a little concerned, since it's coming all the way from Sweden, what the shipping is going to be like. So if any of you guys have ever used Hobby yarn before, could you clue me in about the shipping? Is it astronomical shipping costs, or is it reasonable shipping costs? Because I'll only buy like four to six skeins at a time, because that's what it takes to make a shirt for me. Is, you know, depending on what size I'm making, it can take 4 to 6 skeins. So, you know, and I don't know what shipping on that would be, but I would love to try Hobby yarn. I keep hearing it's wonderful yarn, but I'm a little nervous about the cost of the shipping. Well, that's okay. Not everybody uses Hobby, and that's fine. That's fine. So, but if any of you come across it, leave a comment for me in this stream, comments, or go to one of my videos and just say, hey, if you're still wondering about Hobby shipping costs, here's what it is. And so I'd appreciate that very much. So, guys, I've been doing this for about an hour now, and I'm getting kind of tired, so I think I'm probably going to end here. When am I going to stream again? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Just kind of keep your eyes open. If I know I'm going to put on a stream, I'll announce it someplace. I do have a Discord. It's Ladies Coffee. Okay, the link to my Discord is right underneath the banner on my channel, where it's got a place where it talks about things. Right under the banner where the crochet, there's a link to my Discord. Go use it. That way I can talk to you and we can share crochet and we can do all kinds of stuff crochet related, talk about it. You can even stream through Discord, so I would be able to show you stitches through Discord that I couldn't show you in one of my other videos, because I can actually bend that camera down to look at my desk. So I can actually do top-down stuff like that down on my desk. But go to the channel. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Thank you, MKKKKK. My eyes, is that Mike? I can't tell. Bad eyes. But I'm going to call you MK. So go to my Discord. I am there all day long. I keep it open 24/7. So you can chat, you can talk to me back and forth. I've got a microphone if you want to do a chat. I've got chat rooms because I use it for gaming, but it's also my crocheting forum. So yeah, go to my Discord, join. The address, the link, there's links right underneath the banner on my YouTube channel, Life with Lady. And you should be able to find my Discord, and you can go there and we can chat anytime. I can show you stuff. You can ask questions, and if I can't answer them, I will find you an answer. So, all right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye for now. My motto used to be, you're never too old. But yeah, you can get too old to do certain things. But you can find workarounds for a lot of them. Don't forget that. So, until next time, stay cool, stay healthy, keep crocheting. Bye-bye for now.